Despite the fact there's been some level of controversy in terms of our willingness to meet, I know that there's been at least 4 meetings with the mayor, including twice with me. We've also provided technical advice in the development of the Manchester Academic Standards from the National Center for Assessment. You did a great deal of work coming up with your own standards. Turns out that they were about 80% aligned with the Common Core, but nevertheless, we did provide you with those resources.
I probably shouldn't, but say this, that the reason why I did not attend the first meeting that I was invited to was because I do not believe that playing out politically the success of children and families is really a good move.
I was frustrated with the smart balance test where I never got a phone call on an ECAP.
Change is hard. That were made that it's child abuse, and that's crazy.
I hear parents say all the time, I can't teach this math. I can't do this. I don't understand the technology. It is not the job of parents to necessarily teach this skill set.
Calling them crazy, I said if
you called their ideas crazy,
no, what I said was the reference to someone. Okay, I wasn't calling them, so I'm just going to correct you on that.
Not from the audience.
We're going through the chair, Your Honor.
Through the chair, please. Go ahead. You've got the floor.
It's what I heard. It's how I felt with what you said. I felt it was disrespectful to the citizens of Manchester. I will treat you respectfully. I ask that you treat us and the citizens of Manchester.
And I always do.
I don't feel that you did. I'm moving forward from there. I completely disagree, Doctor. I think it's the parents' job to teach their children everything in their lives. That are being made is that we will never be asked to give up the standards that we have adopted in place of Common and put Common Core into place.
That's not our intent. I can't comment what happens 50 years from now, but that's certainly not the intent. That's why I did my preliminary remarks. I've been saying the same thing. It's local control. Some school districts like you have adopted your own standards. God bless you. You did a great deal of work coming up with your own standards. Turns out that they were about 80% aligned with the Common Core. But
the federal government does not determine the testing.
Regarding your use of the word rhetoric is incredibly condescending.
All right, enough with the applause, please.
I
Thank you.
And on one hand, we're hearing that parent, involvement is very important and well regarded. And when people aren't agreeing, I hear the word rhetoric. I'm not really sure all the time where I am with things that come out of the Department of Education. I do find myself questioning a lot of things because, again, to hear involvement on one side and then to tell me or any parent in this room that we do not have the right to opt out is untrue. My kids, their control. That's local control. Not coming back and sending us a letter saying that, in fact, just so we're clear, that letter was mine. I put that together, and I'm very happy with it. Because you don't have the right to tell a parent that there's only certain places they have a right to speak out in. And also to sit here and tell us that we shouldn't have to worry about not being able to help our children with homework because it's the job of the teachers. No, I don't see parents dropping their kids off at the door and that's it for 8 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours if they have after school programs. Your attitude is incorrect. Wrong. And it's not okay. You either want parent involvement or you don't. You can't have it only when you feel like it. And we have a lot of people in this city who feel like we're not being heard. Now you're here now, and that's very nice, and thank you. We needed you before the test was given. We had questions before. You were invited before. why are you here now? And telling us that we have all these great programs that you stood behind. I'm pretty sure it's our tax dollars that you're giving us back to support the programs in our city that we're working so hard to push forward. So I'm trying to understand. Either you want the involvement or you don't. Either there is local control or there isn't. And I see when I get a letter put in front of me that says you're going to tag us for millions of dollars if we offer an opt-out option to parents, that is bullying. And it is a threat.
Okay, so the commissioner has met with many.
Excuse me, can the commissioner answer?
Well, I think we've already answered this question several hundred times. It is the state law and the federal law that you participate, and that's how we communicated with our public. I was not happy to be here tonight, and that can go on the record. I take an oath to support the state law and the federal law, and we've answered this over and over and over again.
And where's the oath for the parents?